One of the features of Canvas is that it allows for the creation of groups within courses to provide a common workspace for student collaboration. The elements available within each group's workspace include announcements, a wiki, discussions, file sharing, and quick creation and sharing of Google Drive documents among those in their group. Just a quick FYI, group sets are created first and represent each separate group project or activity. Within each set, groups are created into which students can be randomly assigned, self-assigned, or manually placed by the instructor. So now that you know what they are, how do you set them up? Let's start by logging into the PSU Canvas site at pittstate.instructure.com. Once in, hover over Courses and select your desired course. Then click on People. In the upper right sidebar, click on View User Groups. Remember, the first step is to set up a group set representing a group project. Enter the name of your group set, preferably a name that clearly describes the group for students. Canvas gives the instructor the option of allowing students to place themselves in the groups of their choice. This is particularly helpful when you have specific topics from which students are allowed to choose. For more information, click on the question mark. When you check the self-sign-up box, your only choice for group structure will be to indicate how many groups to create. However, if you would rather not allow students to self-assign, you have two options: to split students into a specified amount of groups, in which students will be randomly assigned equally across the amount of groups, or you may create the groups manually. For this tutorial, I'll choose to create the groups manually. When you're ready, press Create Category. You'll notice you have a tab for your group set. You should also see a list of your students under the heading Unassigned. Take a look at the icons in the top right. The plus sign icon will add a group to the set, the pencil icon will edit the set information, and the X will delete the set entirely along with all existing groups. We want to add a group to the set, so we'll click the plus sign. Now you have the option to name your group. Unless you have specific topics, it's recommended that you give the groups a generic name, including the project name, followed by a group number. This allows students to easily identify their groups. Hit Update. We'll create 3 more in the same manner. Notice that any group and sets that you add appear on the right sidebar. We'll talk about what those are for later. Now that we have the groups, we have 2 options: to randomly assign the unassigned students, or to manually drag and drop students into groups. That's it. Your groups are now created. Continue on to the next tutorial entitled Creating Group Assignments and Discussions to learn exactly what can be done with these groups.